Okay, problem 3, section 3.1 is dealing with restricted domains. There's two major situations at this point that we want to be aware of that are going to cause our domains to be restricted. One is if you have a square root. The second is for a fraction. If you don't have a square root or a fraction for right now, your domain is going to be all real numbers right here. If you've got a square root, you take the radicand, which is what's under the radical, and make it greater than or equal to 0. For a fraction, then you will take the denominator and make it not equal to 0. That tells you what you have to leave out. So the first problem we have here, does it have a square root in it? No, it does not. But does it have a fraction? Yes, it is a fraction. It does have a fraction. So you take the denominator, make it not equal to 0. Now you want to solve it. That can be factored. Sometimes you will factor the denominator up top if it can be. But since we're just really looking at domain, let's just go ahead and do it this way. That does not equal 0. What are the two things we have to leave out? A -6 for this one and a +6 for this one. Those are the two values that have to be left out of the domain. Now, when you write that in interval notation, it's a little tricky sometimes too. You start at -infinity and you go to -6. You would not put a bracket, you would put a parenthesis because you're leaving it out. Then you start back at -6 to +6, you're leaving it out. Start back at 6 and go into infinity. The parentheses there mean that the -6 and the +6 are excluded from the domain, but everything else is in the domain.